my European travels, and I'm starting my new Thursday afternoon cooking show. It's called Thursdays at 3, as you can see. And sorry, my head's cut off, but God made me this tall. I don't know what to tell you. But today we're going to talk about how to get your college student or your young adult off to a great start at dinner time. So today we're going to work with the pasta, the new microwave pasta maker. And so I'm going to show you that and how to make hamburgers. And then at the end we'll talk about a little deal that you can get for your young adult or your college student. So with the pasta maker, we are going to start with, let's see if I can scooch the video down so you can see just a little bit better. Don't mind all the other little tools on the counter. So we have our pasta maker. We're going to need 2 ounces of macaroni. It's really this easy. 3/4 of a cup of water. We're going to put the top on here and it's going to go right in the microwave. I figured out in my microwave it takes about 7 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, and then when it comes out, we only have to add evaporated milk and some cheddar cheese, and then we'll have mac and cheese. So I think you might want to be able to see me. Let's see. Hey! So the other thing we're going to do is I'm going to teach you guys how to make hamburgers in, I don't know, just a couple minutes. So Pampered Chef has this wonderful little burger press. This is a lifesaver. And if you're not a good shopper, let me tell you, if you can get yourself to Fresh Market on a Tuesday, you can get chuck or chicken for $2.99 a pound, and that is where you save the most amount of money. I used to be the queen of couponing, and let me just tell you, meat is where you save the most amount of money. So I went on Tuesday, I bought a couple pounds of ground beef. This is probably about a half a pound, and what I put in the half a pound was just some salt, pepper, and my very favorite rub, which is the 3 onion rub. And it allows you to have the flavor of onion without having to bite into onion, because, you know, some people are not for that. So we're just gonna take, this is my favorite college student thing, and actually my small bar pan is going to Gainesville next weekend, so I gotta get myself another one. But I'm gonna show you how I make the burgers. Here we go. So we have our hamburger meat, and I'm just gonna divide this in half. And I kind of just mixed in, I don't know if you can tell, I mixed in a little bit of 3 onion rub. And then it's this easy. And what I suggest is you could get all of that ground beef and then put it in a Ziploc and freeze them. And sometimes I put wax paper in between, and you can, hey Karen, hello Suzanne, sorry Noreen and Shar, good to see you. I just take our ground beef patty, and I'll put it in a Ziploc with wax paper, and I'll put it in the freezer, because these burgers cook in probably 3 to 4 minutes. If they're frozen, I think it's 4. Just out of the refrigerator, it's probably about 2 minutes each side. So that's how easy this is. And who doesn't like a burger, and who doesn't like to not to have to cook dinner? Because that's our favorite part. All right, so let's see. The other beautiful thing, so let me just show you up close. Let me wash my hands real quick. The other beautiful thing about the Small Ridge Baker is that you see those ridges? What always happens with ground beef? The ground beef, just your meat winds up simmering in the juices when it's on the stove. Well, this is gonna take all the juice in, you'll see. And I usually do about 2 minutes, and then I put a spatula in there and I flip it over. Well, it's not just for ground beef. You can do, let me see if I can get the hang of this, don't worry. It's not just for ground beef, you can also do chicken. So if I had taken a couple, maybe 2, 3 if they're kind of small, or some chicken tenders, but basically 2 chicken breasts, you can salt and pepper, put a little seasoning on if you want. And the key is the stone. The heat from the stone is really gonna cook those burgers and the chicken nice. And then this is a really expensive add-on known as wax paper. You put wax paper over it and it holds the heat inside. So before Andrew left for school last weekend, I made probably 3 pounds worth of hamburgers with my handy dandy burger press and slider. Burger and slider press, we'll get it right. And I just bagged them up, and he has them in the freezer. So at college, he was asking me last night on the phone, hey, how long does it take? Do I need to defrost them? Whatever. Well, he doesn't have the Ridge Baker yet. So I'm like, well, honey, you're gonna have to pan fry those. So they're probably gonna take another day to defrost, that kind of thing. So let's see. Ooh, our macaroni and cheese. only has about 3 minutes left, and it's the perfect, so the microwave pasta maker, we'll just see, we're gonna follow this recipe if you can see, and I'm gonna post it after this video is over, so if you've watched the video, you can then have access to the recipe. But this pasta maker is in terms of like, if you have a small child who doesn't like to eat what you're eating for dinner, you can bam, make microwave macaroni and cheese in about 5 to 6 minutes. When you see the top, when I bring it back over, it also works as a strainer. So you can put the top in the sink and empty the pasta into it. If you just want to add your own sauce, your own flavoring, you don't have to do the evaporated milk and shredded cheese. You could do your own flavor. So I'm gonna go swap these things in the microwave and I'll be right back. Okay, I lied, there are 2 more minutes left on our food. So I'm just gonna give you a sneak peek as to what we're doing next week on Thursdays at 3, and that would be making zoodles. Is it worth it, or should you just spend $5 at Publix? I will have the answer for you. And the last couple weeks I've been in search of the most delicious chocolate chip cookie dough batter that has no eggs. So we'll call that edible chocolate chip cookie dough, but let's see, I'm 46 and I think I've been eating raw cookie dough for 30 years. And so anyway, I did find a recipe and I'm still taste testing it. If you live nearby, feel free to stop over. So good. So next week, I'm gonna give you all 3 of the recipes. You can try them yourself. This one really funny lady made a recipe for 2 servings, which is really just me on a bad day, right? I'll eat the whole thing. So this recipe, again, no eggs. And so next week, we're gonna do zoodles, are they worth it? And edible chocolate chip cookie dough. And anybody who's watching, do you know what September 1st is? Ooh, we have 1 minute left. September 1st is the day that the Pampered Chef catalog launches. So if you're watching this video, thank you so much. And if you would like a catalog, just throw that in the comment section and I'll probably have to direct message you in case you've moved, but I can pop one in the mail to you. I will tell you the couple things that I've used today, just a quick review, would be the silicone prep bowls. These guys don't heat up in the microwave. So they're really nice. I didn't use anything hot in them today, but this size is perfect for some chocolate. You melt some chocolate, so that's what I measured with. Suzanne, see, she's been using it all the time. So we have the silicone prep bowls. We have the burger and slider press. We have the small ridge baker, which is what our burgers are gonna come out in. And then our microwave pasta maker. So all 4 of those add up to about $96. What I was gonna do is if you buy the college student young adult bundle, you ship it directly to them. I'm also going to include the 3 onion rub, or you pick one that you like or you think they would like, but this one's really good because again, you get the flavor without big chunks of onion and nobody has to cry to get the flavor. You don't have to chop or slice anything up. And then the free gift for the month of August is going to be the Easy Read, I think our pasta's done, the Easy Read measuring colander. And most people are like, what do I even use that for? Well, if you'd come to one of my freezer meal workshops, you would have used it a lot. I'm trying to think of anything on the counter, no. But basically, oh, well, here you go. You could open up a can of oranges. A lot of times we do beans, that kind of thing. You empty it in there and then it'll actually tell you how much you have, but in the very least, it's just a wonderful, wonderful strainer. So that's your free gift with the college and young adult set this month. So let me go get those, that pasta and I'll be right back. Okay. So let me see if I can point this down. Here we go. This is the 6 to 7 minute dinner. Somebody didn't want what you were having. So I don't know if you can see. Yes, there's a little thing that called a cozy that this holds, but mine hasn't come yet, so we'll cover that next time. Here's our pasta. That was 6 minutes in the microwave, and you can see, where did the starch go? Not all over the stove, but on top of the actual ceramic one. This is the silicone one. So we're gonna do that. And let's see, before I burn myself. Can you see there's no water left, but if I wanted to, I could have extra water and then I could just strain it. So now we're gonna add let's see, it says 1/4 cup. Oh, fancy that. That's about all I had left. Nice. And then we've got some cheddar cheese here. And this is it. If you have a favorite Alfredo sauce, if you like a little pepper on your mac and cheese, and how it's been shared with us is that you now have the starch in the water. You have the starch in the water that's going to adhere the cheese to the pasta. And so it says to stir and then let sit for 2 to 3 minutes. So picky eaters unite, because now you can have mac and cheese in about 6 minutes. I can tell you my niece is a college student at Georgia Tech, and when I posted the video of Pampered Chef making this recipe, I already got the phone call from my sister. How do we get Miss Ellie one of those? So I know that she's gonna order one. Oh, let's go look at the hamburgers. I'll be right back. Okay, this is really impressive. I just want you to see, because most of us eat burgers, and remember I told you that when you pan fry it, you're basically just sauteing it in the juices. Look at that. Can you see? I don't know if I have it up enough. That's where all the juice is. So basically, that was 2 minutes in the microwave with the wax paper over it. I'm gonna do another 2 minutes, and I'm gonna, well, I guess if you like it rare, you could do it 1.5 minutes, but I'm just gonna do it 2 minutes, and then you could put a slice of cheese on it, and you'd have burgers in about 4 minutes. And let me just tell you how easy this is to clean up. Can you see all those juices? This also works on little meatballs. You could do turkey burgers, you could do whatever. The chicken, you're not gonna get as much juice because it's not as fatty as the burgers, but look at all that. You don't even have to clean that out of a pan or have it splatter on your stove or anything. So Small Ridge Baker could be your bestie. Be right back. All right, let's check on our mac and cheese. It had to sit for 2 minutes. Look at how creamy that is. This was no joke. Jamie Bly is a college student. I'm just gonna wave to Jamie really quick. Because Jamie is actually one of my niece's very good friends, and I think she needs one of these. So Jamie, talk to your mom about it. I guess you're a college student, you could afford it. So since I'm the only one here today, that's some good mac and cheese. And you see how big the elbows are? Who knows what's really in the mac and cheese from Kraft? I don't know what's in that powdery stuff. This I can tell you for sure was freshly grated sharp cheddar cheese from my cheese grater, which is my favorite. So again, 4 things. We have our microwave pasta maker. We have our silicone bowls, because my goodness, you get those for your kid, your young adult, your college student, they're gonna have them for probably 20 years. We also have our burger and slider press, and then the Small Ridge Baker. So let's see. Ooh, 14 minutes or 14 seconds, and we're gonna have burgers. Hold on. All right. Are you ready to see the final product? It smells good. You know, I'm just gonna have to reheat this for dinner, I guess. Sorry. This is what I really wanted to show you. Look at all that juice. No one has to clean that up. That's what gets me excited. All right, here we go. How did I do? Ooh, fully cooked. Steak, I'm all for being medium rare. Hamburgers, I need that sucker cooked. And so this was fully cooked in 4 minutes. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining me at Thursdays. That dog. Thursdays at 3 3, and I will see you next week. Again, we'll save this video and I'll post up the recipes, or I'll post up the mac and cheese recipe, and I'll post up exactly how to order. If you order through Sunday and you get all 4 of those things for your young adult, or really your own kitchen, that's okay. We'll go ahead and throw in a 3-onion rub or a rub of your choice. And one other thing, now, no matter how you order, you're actually eligible to hit the outlet. So when you're done shopping, be sure that you click on the outlet and see if there's anything in there, whether for you, or I think I saw a post today that said 13 more Mondays before Christmas. So it's never too soon, and it's definitely never too soon to get a deal. Who doesn't like a deal? So in case I'm not making myself clear, you can certainly buy all of these things separate. This comes in 1 cup, 2 cup, and 3 cup for the silicone prep bowls, the burger and slider press. All those things are sold separately, but the way I have it set up, you can put all 4 of the numbers in at one time. It comes up, you can add it to your cart or just add 1 to your cart, but be sure you hit the outlet, okay? So if you have any questions, just hit the comments and I'll read it afterwards. So thanks for joining me Thursday at 3, and I will see you next week for Zoodles